Here is the most normal abortion fan, or no, the most normal hater of abortion, okay? Pro-life fan.
In a story we brought you last week about the 5 aborted fetuses that D.C. found inside of a Capitol Hill apartment.
110 more fetuses now part of this investigation. Fox 5's Katie Barlow back on that scene with the latest. Katie.
Good afternoon to both of you. Lauren Handy, who was indicted last week on federal charges.
Oh, yeah. Remember when you thought it was 10 fetuses that she had in her house? It was 115, actually. Yep. The funniest part is, like, these motherfuckers are the ones that were like, Democrats are taking baby fetuses for adrenochrome, and then they do this
is related to an anti-abortion protest at an abortion clinic here in Washington, D.C. Also lived here on Capitol Hill, and that's where D.C. police recovered what they say are 5 fetuses. They're a part of an ongoing investigation. But today, Handy, as a part of a press conference with her anti-abortion activist group, told reporters that there were 110 other aborted fetuses that they recovered as a part of their anti-abortion advocacy.
Lauren Handy and I went to Washington Surgery.
So, like, someone needs to describe this to me. Like, does that mean she has like 110 babies, like dead baby corpses in her house? Is that 115 like living corpses?
Center to engage in anti-abortion advocacy. Upon arrival, we saw a truck labeled Curtis Bay Medical Waste Services parked outside. We approached the driver, who was about to load 2 large boxes with biohazard symbols onto his truck. We asked him if he knew what was in the boxes, and after he said no, we told him, dead babies. The driver was visibly shaken.
The activists told the driver that they wanted to take what they assumed were human remains and give them a proper funeral. Now, today, the group told reporters there were 100.
Bro, that's insane, dude. She just kept these fucking things, dude. That's wild. That's jail. Sorry. You know I believe in rehabilitation and stuff, but, like, you gotta put that person in jail just preemptively. That's a vibe check failure, okay? That is a vibe check failure. You are going to jail. Guess who's going to jail tonight? You, and God will not be posting your bail tonight. You're going to fucking perma jail.
110 first trimester aborted fetuses that they buried with the help of a Catholic priest. However, they did not get an independent medical examiner to confirm.
How the fuck can you bury a first trimester fetus? It's like fucking this big, dude. Like, it's not even a thing. Did you bury it by throwing it in the? Did you throw it in the trash?
Confirm that. Now, the remaining 5 fetuses were kept at Handy's apartment. The activists said they coordinated with attorneys to alert the D.C.
Wait, did they put it in a matchbox? Like, they put like a couple in a matchbox and bury them together?
Homicide unit about the location of the fetuses. Now, MPD, we spoke to earlier today, would not confirm the tip that they received about the biohazard material that was reported here at a home on Capitol Hill, whether that came from Handy or any of her fellow anti-abortion activists in that group. We also reached out to Curtis Bay Management Company, who allegedly employed the driver that the activists referred to in the press conference today. We did not get a response to them. However, we did get a statement from the National Abortion Federation when we reached out to the Washington Surgery Center here in Washington, D.C. And they said abortion providers comply with state and federal laws that regulate medical tissue for all healthcare providers to ensure that it is handled safely, appropriately, and respectfully. Further, false claims about abortion and people who need this care have contributed to hundreds of medically unnecessary and politically motivated state restrictions that push safe and affordable abortion care.
I'm confused. Are you pro-abortion or not? I am. What do you mean? Yeah, I love abortions, dude. More abortions. Abortions for all. It's fucking awesome. I have no problem with abortions. But this is psychotic. Thinking that this person thinks these are babies, okay? And then she just kept baby corpses in her mind at her apartment. If you think I'm not going to make fun of that, I don't know what to tell you. Like, let's say you are a smart fellow like myself, and you're an intactivist, okay? What is an intactivist? A foreskin activist, okay? Like, you don't want people to steal your foreskin from your child. Like, remember what they took from us, okay? Unfortunately, I am an intactivist because something was stolen from me. Now, in all of my activism, if you saw me fucking, you know, take a bunch of foreskin and bottle them up in my fucking house, you'd be like, that's crazy, okay? Which is why I stopped doing that. I only have like 10. She has 115. It's too much.
Out of reach. Guys?
Katie, so the medical examiner retrieved the fetuses. The activists want the medical examiner to conduct full autopsies on them. So any update on that request?
We reached out to the D.C. medical examiner, who wouldn't provide us a request for comment. They actually directed us to Mayor Bowser's office. We followed up with Mayor Bowser. Apparently, they are the ones providing any further comment related to the D.C. medical examiner request. No comment from them so far, but we'll follow up.
I mean, I think this is a betrayal of like the values, right? If you personally believe that these are like real fucking babies, right? Then you have like 100 baby corpses in your house. Like you can't possibly believe that these are real fucking babies, you know?
Oklahoma state legislature has approved a bill to make abortion a felony in that state. Now, if it becomes law, doctors who perform abortions could face up to 10 years in prison and a $100,000 fine. This is one of a series of anti-abortion measures that would take effect around the country if the Supreme Court allows them to. Janet Shamlian is in Oklahoma City with more on this story. Janet, good morning to you.
Gail, good morning to you. Oklahoma's abortion clinics have been caring for women from both Oklahoma.
I'm gonna be honest, this shit is so bad. Republicans are straight up saying any opportunity that deviates attention away from like state politics and local politics to just implement some of the most insane measures at the state level, like just straight up violation of the Constitution. Like this is like if every Democratic majority state legislature decided like if you have a gun, you are gonna get shot on the street. You know what I mean? If you have a gun, we will arrest you. We will take your gun away from you forcibly. Like it's no different than that.
Oklahoma and Texas. Since last September, that's when Texas enacted its own sweeping abortion law. And Planned Parenthood here in Oklahoma says patients from Texas have increased 800% since that time. Now women from both states may have to travel hundreds of miles just for basic reproductive care.
Keep your hands off our bodies!
Protesters outside the Oklahoma Capitol Tuesday.
It is a dark day in Oklahoma.
After the Republican-controlled House passed a law banning abortions in the state, resoundingly, 70-14.
If you want to get elected, you want to be pro-life. That's the reality in this state.
Oklahoma's bill is the latest in a series of anti-abortion laws passed by Republican-led state governments, including one in Mississippi, currently before the Supreme Court. If upheld, it would overturn Roe v. Wade. Right now, 21 states have laws on the books that would ban most abortions if Roe is overturned. 5 others would likely follow suit.
These laws are doing exactly what they've been designed to do, right? To make abortion providers fearful.
Rebecca Tong is the co-executive director of Trust Women, which runs one of Oklahoma's 4 remaining abortion clinics.
What I'm scared of is that people will not be able to make a decision that fits their life. And it will change the course and direction of their life because of it.
8 more anti-abortion bills are currently making their way through the
Kansas is like, yo, let's go.
Oklahoma legislature. And the governor, Kevin Stitt, says he is prepared to sign all of them.
Up next.
Nate, back to you.
Up next, Kansas.
Janet.
This shit is so fucking disgusting. I don't know how else. I don't know what to say other than just like it's just unacceptable. How many times have we had this fucking conversation, man? How many goddamn times?
In Kansas and Oklahoma, we're kind of living in what is almost like a post-Roe environment. The sheer volume of people is remarkable. We've had to like adjust our phone systems, adjust how we schedule people, adjust our patient caps, and also really pace ourselves for sustainability. Like we could truly be providing abortions 24 hours a day and not meet the needs of people who already access our clinic.
Remember that time and time again, empirical evidence shows that shutting off access to reproductive health services for women doesn't actually stop abortions. It just makes abortions less safe because ultimately the pregnant mother is responsible for the life inside of them if they want it to become a life, and therefore can stop it with what is known as back alley abortions, which are very dangerous and can cause permanent damage to the woman. So that's kind of the point. You're not stopping abortions ever. You're just making it harder, and therefore you're killing women and you're giving them permanent scarring. So really dumb and really cruel to push for this. Of course, also rich people will always be able to get abortions. So there's that too. Incredible stuff overall. Why are they okay with abortion if it's rape, incest, etc., but not with consensual sex? Aren't you killing a baby regardless? Yeah. It is intellectually consistent, at least in Alabama, say, no, even if you have a rape child, you still have to carry that to term because, still life, right? Except it doesn't matter, because it's not. Nobody fucking sees it that way.
Now, some states are working to combat this state-by-state approach. Colorado, for example, just passing a bill that protects the right to abortions in the state, which would give the ability for people to safely travel to Oklahoma, or to Colorado, excuse me, for abortions in restricted states like Oklahoma or Texas.
Maura Barrett with an important fight there. Thank you so much.
Really nice echo chamber of hate you've managed to accumulate for yourself here. I would literally abort you with a pill if I could. That's what you would deserve, to be honest. I wish I could just strap you onto a fucking chair with weight that just sucks up all of your fucking resources for 9 months and completely destroys your hormones, destroys your fucking life. 100%. I wish I could do that. I wish if I had fucking all the power in the world, anyone that's like, yo, you can't control your own body. Sorry, sucks to suck, women. Like, don't be fucking having sex. I would literally just, strap you with this life form that you are supposed to fucking take care of and force you to carry pregnancy is the term. It's psychotic. You're a disgusting piece of shit. No, not in a fucking video game. In real life, dude, you will never understand. Wild to just like stop someone else from having autonomy over their own bodies because of some fucking distorted way that you see the goddamn world, you stupid fucking freak. Holy shit.